Dr. Fauci on Capitol Hill, the former chief medical advisor to the president, is testifying today about the coronavirus pandemic and the government's response to the outbreak. ABC's Jay O'Brien joins me now with more on what to expect. Jay, this comes after last week House Republicans requested access to Fauci's personal emails and phone records, citing new evidence they say suggests he may have used his personal email to communicate about official government business during the pandemic. So what's the latest on that piece to this puzzle?
And that's one of the primary focuses, Diane, of this hearing. And so when you hear lawmakers in these proceedings make reference to phone records and emails, what they're saying is that associates of Dr. Fauci, not as they allege Dr. Fauci himself at this moment, used ways in House Republicans' view to try to circumvent federal public records laws, meaning using a personal email that's not subject to the Freedom of Information Act, or printing out documents, as some House Republicans have alleged, and say they have communications that back this up, and meaning printing out documents so there's no digital trail of that kind of communication. And what we're seeing House Republicans try to do as this hearing gets underway is try to tie those alleged attempts to circumvent federal public records law to Dr. Fauci. It remains to be seen if they'll be successful in this hearing. Certainly, Democrats have criticized possible attempts to circumvent public records law, but they've also insulated Fauci and say that Fauci is not the one who directed this or was involved in this, and that attacking Fauci is like attacking frontline public health workers because of the hard work that he did during the pandemic.
Jay, big picture, what else are lawmakers looking to hear from Fauci today? What are the main questions going into this?
Well, this is the first time Fauci has testified before a congressional committee since, remember, he resigned from government. He retired. He's writing a book now. He's a private citizen. And so while public records is what Republicans say they want to focus on, or at least one of the things they want to focus on in these proceedings, prepare yourself for the possibility and the reality that Republicans are going to ask Fauci a number of different questions under the sun, like the lab leak theory. Did COVID leak from a lab in China rather than an animal? There's going to be a lot of expected questioning on that front. Science behind certain virus mitigation efforts that Republicans have criticized, like 6 feet distance between you and someone who's possibly infected with COVID, masking, things of that nature, things that Republicans have since called into question. Expect Fauci to get questions on the scientific veracity of those virus mitigation steps as well. And the question really hanging over this hearing is what really comes out of this. Dr. Fauci has testified in front of Congress before. He has said he wants to cooperate with this committee's investigation. And so Republicans might have a lot of pointed questions for him, but they might not get a lot out of him.
All right, ABC's Jay O'Brien on Capitol Hill. Jay, thank you.